warm welcome to you and thank you for clicking on this video that explores new musical ideas. I'm Marshall Shaw with more music creation ideas to help celebrate the arts in you. Expressivo's 15th video, I will be looking at fanfares and what makes a fanfare a fanfare. It all relates to the original hunting horns and notes and intervals. Let's see what this means. If you take a meter-long piece of garden hose, add a plastic funnel to one end and a mouthpiece to the other, you've just created an instrument that will demonstrate the basics of all brass instruments. We call this the natural harmonics of sound. What you need to know is our fanfares over the past hundreds of years evolved from these set of notes. The first common trait of a fanfare is the instrumentation, brass, of course. The second are the various intervals that have become the trademark of many fanfares, famous to this day. I'm referring to the interval of a fifth, C to G, for example, and the octave C to the next C above it. The third common trait is the bugle-like military calls that use only the harmonic series of notes, for example, C, E, G, or the fifth, the C and G, or a mixture. That's why military bugle calls or hunting horn signals have a well-known and recognizable sound. In these examples on the bottom, famous composers use motifs like these to add excitement, tension, and sometimes a warlike atmosphere to their music in a programmatic manner to mimic the early hunting horn sounds. We're going to look at 4 fanfares that use a constrained number of note intervals to hopefully show you the importance of the interval of a fourth, a fifth, and greater to achieve a traditional fanfare sound. The first 2 examples are only using intervals of unison, a second, and a third, example C, D, and E. These examples sound like a fanfare? I've made the basic fanfare more obvious to use notes C, E, and G in C major, for example. Remember, all intervals do not exceed greater than a third. Let's listen to the first example. In the second example, I've called fanfare number 1. Again, there are only intervals no greater than a third. This fanfare sounds quite different than the first one. Any ideas why? If you suspected it was because many intervals were the interval of a second, you are correct. They were the neighbor tones beside each note in many instances. There were less thirds used in this version. As I go to the next example, I will use intervals from a unison to a fifth. You should notice something right away. What are your thoughts? In the final example, fanfare number 3, all intervals are available. I intentionally wrote this in a different style, more subtle, with motif horn calls, emotional phrasing, and a slower tempo. I hope you enjoy this version. I hope you've enjoyed this video about fanfares and the importance of the larger intervals of a fifth and greater. It demonstrates my idea that the larger the interval used evokes a stronger emotional response from the listener. Try writing a fanfare under these interval constraints. It challenges you and brings enormous enjoyment and fulfillment. Please take a moment to subscribe if you haven't already, like if you've enjoyed it and learned something, and select the bell icon to let you know when I have produced another video. Also, most video compositions created here are placed on SoundCloud. Keep making music and celebrate the arts in you. See you soon in the next video, and take care.